Good morning everybody. Match 10 of the 1987 Cricket World Cup was played today in Bombay. The 10th match of the tournament, a Group 2 match between Kenya versus England in Bombay. England won the toss and let the bat first on a pitch that seemed quite slow, with a bit of a slowish outfield. I mean, it was a similar pitch to one which they chased 236 up in Ahmedabad a few days earlier against Australia, where they won that absolute thrilling match with 3 balls left when Lamb hit 16 off the final over. Lamb hit 16 off the final over of Bruce Reed's final over. This was the outcome of the game today. As you can see, not the greatest batting effort for England. The pitch actually was incredibly difficult to bat on. I mean, players just found it very difficult and you had to really focus to get runs. England only made 244 for 9 from their 50 overs, which turned out to be more than enough. But this was a scorecard. They all got starts, as you could see. 16 apiece for Graham Gooch and Tim Robinson, promoted to number 2 after Chris Broad was replaced by Bill Affey. Bill Affey hit 26 off 40 deliveries. He was disappointing. Again, a bit of a start there for the captain Mike Gatton, 27, but then he got out. And in the end, there was a crucial partnership of 70 runs between John Embry and Allan Lamb. Allan Lamb is in absolute tremendous form. That brilliant 67 against Australia not out. 75 off 86 deliveries. He is the only batsman throughout the entire game which really probably looked comfortable. There was 28 for Embry off 33 deliveries, played a little good role. Paul Doughton made 6, 13 for Phil de Freitas. 22 not out of 20 deliveries for Neil Foster towards the end as he whacked the ball a bit. A duck for Gladstone Small and 4 not out for Eddie Emmons in his first appearance of the competition. Bowling figures, well, they all really did well. 1 for 5, 1 for 35 for Stephen Ticklow. Brilliant bowling figures in his first appearance. Thomas Odoyo, 4 for 37, 3 for 31 for James Ngocha. 1 for 46 for Nedemba Odiambo. And 44 for 0 apiece for Jimmy Commander, the captain, and Elijah Otieno. 244 for 9, another good fielding and bowling performance from Kenya, but Kenya, the pitch just became really even more difficult than what it was when England batted. I don't think it was the most unbelievable pitch. Look at that, only 2 players really getting going. 39 off 46 deliveries for Morris Lumumba and 44 off 93 deliveries for Tammy Mishra. In what was a sorry performance from Kenya. This is the lowest score of the competition of 112 all out. 5 for Stephen Walters, Colin Zubaya 2, Steve Ticklow 1, a duck for Ravinder Patel, 2 for Jimmy Commander, 8 for Thomas Odoyo, a ducks apiece for Nedemba Olambo and Elia Otieno, and 0 not out for David Ongocha. All out in just 33.2 overs for 112. I mean, Neil Foster followed up his 22 off 20 deliveries with 3 wickets in 10 balls to kill the match stone dead. 3 for 21 off of 5 quality overs. He basically killed the game stone dead. An absolute wonderful performance from Neil Foster. But the main hero, 10 overs, 3 maidens, 3 for 16 for 3 for 16 for Gladstone Small. Really good performance. Eddie Emmons, his first appearance of the tournament. 4.2 overs, 12 for 2, 10 for 0 for Phil de Freitas, 20 for 0 for John Embry. And another wicket for Graham Gooch. Graham Gooch has not had a great time with a bat so far in India in his opening 2 matches, but he's got 2 wickets in the tournament. He took 1 for 26 from 4 overs. So the final outcome of this match, Kenya versus England in Bombay. England won the toss, selected a bat on a sort of slowish normal pitch. with a slow outfield. Not the most convincing batting display. They made 244 for 9 from their 50 overs, but it was more than enough to beat Kenya. Kenya all out in just 33.2 overs for 112. England winning by 132 runs, the biggest margin of victory in this World Cup so far. But the surprise man of the match didn't go to Allan Lamb for his 75 of 86 balls. It went to Thomas Odoyo for his quality performance of 9 overs, 4 for 37. Superb bowling for Thomas Odoyo. I think he just about deserved it, considering that Kenya got absolutely hammered today. This is what it means. Top of the table, England on net run rate, 2 wins out of 2. Kenya have got Holland in 3 days' time. That will probably decide who finishes bottom of the table. Tomorrow's match, Zimbabwe versus Ireland. It will be the second meeting of these two sides in World Cup cricket. Remember, Ireland beat Zimbabwe in Kandy in 1979, 8 years ago in Kandy in the World Cup by 5 wickets, chasing 199 in Kandy, and what was a famous victory in which gave Ireland a place in the quarterfinals. That was when Zimbabwe were known as Rhodesia. Zimbabwe win tomorrow will give them a huge opportunity for qualifying for the quarterfinals of the World Cup for the second tournament running. They've looked pretty good in this tournament so far, I have to say, Zimbabwe. But let's have a look at the England star players, see how well they've done. He's got an average now of just 150, but let's have a look. Graham Gooch got 50 in his opening match. He was out today, averaging 35 with a bat and 29 with a ball. 35 with a bat and 29 with a ball. 2 wickets in 2 matches, 71 runs in 2 innings. He's had an okay start, but it'd be disappointing that he got out today. He's got an average for the first time in the tournament now. 150 average, just for 150 average for Allan Lamb. 75 of 86 balls. He's had a very good start to the tournament. 2 wickets in 2 games for De Freitas, an average of 19 and averaging 18 with a bat. Got 13 today. Not the most unbelievable start in terms of wickets, but his economy rate's very good. Eddie Evans, his first appearance in the tournament. Obviously hasn't got an average with a bat yet, but he's took 2 wickets today and averaging 6. His first appearance of the tournament. That's what the averages look like so far in this World Cup. Yeah, tomorrow's match, brilliant performance from England. Professional effort from them. I think they've got to improve their batting, to be honest with you, but on a pitch like that in my opinion is probably the worst pitch of the tournament. It was so difficult for batsmen to get in, and Allan Lamb made it look so easy. It was a little bit unlucky that Odoyo's performance was outstanding, because he probably should have won man of the match, and he hasn't won man of the match in either of the 2 games so far. Tomorrow's match, Zimbabwe versus Ireland. Victory for Zimbabwe would give them a huge pole position to qualify for quarterfinals. Victory for Ireland, which they managed 8 years ago against Rhodesia at Kandy, would blow the group wide open and really make it open for Rebel South African 11 as well. But until then, for tomorrow's match between Zimbabwe versus Ireland, it's me, Lawrence Howard, reporting on the 1987 Cricket World Cup being played in India on Brian Lara Cricket on PlayStation. It's goodbye from me.